We are less than 1 week away now from Pope Leo's first digital encounter, a historic dialogue between the Holy Father and American teens at the National Catholic Youth Conference. The conference has announced the young people who will speak directly with Pope Leo from Indianapolis. More than 40 young people helped to plan the upcoming dialogue, and 5 of them will speak directly with the Holy Father during the encounter. That group includes Mia Smothers, a high school freshman from Joppa, Maryland, who hopes the dialogue will show her 9 siblings the joy of knowing and loving God, and Ezekiel Ponce, a senior from Downey, California. He shared his excitement about speaking with Leo during a virtual pre-conference gathering this week.
Honestly, it means the absolute world to me. Like, it's an honor and a great privilege to get to talk to the Holy Father. And honestly, it makes me feel like my voice is heard, and it makes me feel like the youth of America voice is heard.
This live digital encounter will be the first time the Pope will directly engage with U.S. youth in this manner. More than 15,000 teens will be in attendance in Lucas Oil Stadium, and hundreds of thousands more from around the world will be able to watch live through the EWTN network. We are joined by an NCYC volunteer who is passionate about youth ministry and will be very actively involved at the conference, getting the word out digitally to young people on social media. Tania Vergara-Gongora is a student at Bellarmine University in Louisville, Kentucky, and is an NCYC 2025 Event Ambassador. Tania, thanks for being with us. First, how are you and the NCYC team feeling in this 1-week countdown until Pope Leo's first digital visit with American young people?
Yeah, it's been so overwhelmingly positive. I was actually reflecting with my mom last night that I didn't realize until this past Tuesday when we had the pre-event gathering with NFCYM and the NCYC team that how historic and monumental this encounter truly is going to be. And I've just been like, I need to share this with everyone. And I've never felt this overwhelming sense in my life. And my mom, like always, she always finds the perfect words and was like, Tania, your heart is on fire for the Lord in the last few days. And I'm like, I have no other way to describe that. And I am very sure that everyone that is not only involved in this planning of the event, but just anyone in general that is looking forward to attending NCYC in person with us or joining us virtually for this encounter with Pope Leo.
And to imagine, 15,000 teens who are also on fire for the Lord coming together. Tania, can you give us a sense of what it is that American young people are especially struggling with today? What topics do you expect will come up in the discussion with Pope Leo?
Yeah, so I was actually speaking with my youth ministry last night, shout out San Bernadette with the Archdiocese of Louisville, that one of the things that as youth we're really struggling is with the power of social media. It is such a positive and crazy thing, but it has really made our world so fast-paced because of how fast information is accessible. And because we have so much access, it has sort of led to us becoming numb to a lot of things and having like false idols, lots of peer pressure, and just trying to live up to what we see through these digital platforms. So for the Pope to be encountering us through the digital platforms we are struggling with, I think personally it's just so special.
That's a great observation. And Tania, this is not your first papal encounter. 3 years ago, you traveled in a group to Rome to meet with Pope Francis, and you delivered him a message from the American youth. Tania, can you just reflect on that experience and how this upcoming encounter with Pope Leo makes this truly a full circle moment for you?
Yes. Well, I was so fortunate in 2022 to, along with the National Youth Advisory Council, be invited to receive a message of joy to bring back to the youth of NCYC 2022. And that year, we made him a friendship bracelet that I got to put on him that one of the colors that the bracelet had was yellow. And yellow actually symbolizes joy. And we didn't know that that was the message that he was going to give us. I mean, only God knew that. So that was truly special. And then I got to share this with him in Spanish, my first language. But my first encounter with Pope Francis was actually at NCYC 2019, my first NCYC, where he surprised everyone with a virtual video message telling the youth to go forth and be disciples of Christ. So NCYC has truly meant so much to me, not only in my first NCYC in 2019, being able to experience a message from Pope Francis as a youth, but then in 2022, receiving it from him in person and bringing it to the youth. And now this year, being able to receive another message, but broadcasting it from the youth. And one of the things that I think is so special that I when preparing for this, I wanted to emphasize what we told Pope Francis in 2022 that we asked of him was that he meet us through these digital platforms. And this encounter with Pope Leo is testimony and witness that the church hears us.
That's
our
beautiful.
Pope sees us and is meeting us exactly where we asked him for him to meet us. And because it's going to be digital, anyone will be able to have this encounter.
Well, on that note, Tania, I just have, about 30 seconds with you left, but can you just share some ideas for those who can't physically be there in Lucas Oil Stadium, how they can still participate in NCYC?
Yes. Because it's going to be digital, it's going to be on all streaming platforms, brought to you by EWTN, on YouTube, on cable. You can register on the NCYC page for pre and post content. It's going to be literally just Google it and you'll have access to it. And you can tune in live next Friday, November 21st at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see all of you guys either there or joining us virtually.
Well, Tania, I feel your excitement from here. We're all praying for the event and we'll all be tuning in. Tania, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And as Tania said, you will not want to miss Pope Leo's historic digital encounter with the youth, which will take place on Friday, November 21st at 10:15 a.m. Eastern. EWTN will exclusively broadcast the dialogue live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Catch it on TV, in the app, or on our social media platforms. And that's just one part of our daily live coverage of NCYC, starting on Thursday, November 20th and ending on Saturday, November 22nd. Find the schedule at EWTN.com/TV.